健闘を祈る。
人類に栄光あれ。
人類に栄光あれ。
人類栄光あれ。
Rude alert, rude alert. An electrical fire has knocked out my voice recognition unicycle. Many Wurlitzers are missing from my database. Abandoned shop. This is not a daffodil. Repeat, this is not a daffodil.
How you doing, Avian? You heard anyone else? How are you, dude? Yeah, I've just loaded that up. That was just played straight off YouTube, but I've got it open now, so I'll download it for you. How are you? That is very, very dark, so let's pump that up a little bit. There we go. How is everybody? Rolly, how are you? You don't feel great. Oh no! Yes, definitely. Go take care and hydrate. See you in a little bit. Have a good one. Hope you're all good. Right, we need to get some music on before I get shouted at. How is everybody today? Are we all okay? Are we all okay? We're going to do some basses today because I have... Oh dear, hang on. There we go. There we go. So we've got some. We've got Katie's next. We got Katie's next. How you doing, perps? We've got Katie's next here, which we're going to make a little base for, and we also have, which I've been slowly kind of tweaking and changing and everything, a base for a certain Corvus Corax. Corvus Corax. So yeah, we're working on a base for that as well. So that's going to sit. That's going to sit on there like that, and then we're going to fill in some of this with some more rocks. I've got a bit of pipe here that's going to come out underneath it like that. I'm going to push that out the back a little bit. I've been drilling through out here.
Christopher streaming, check. Music, nowhere to be heard. New intro sound for Avian, horribly absent. Fuck. Move. Tongue.
Shut up! Shut up! Modelling for disadvantage. No, this is just a display plinth. When you game with him, you take him out and you use him on his base. So that's just the display plinth, and then I'm going to put a magnet underneath there so that snaps in on there like that, snaps in, and then that's going to be on there. So yeah, this is a similar kind of thing that I was going to do with the Night Lords dude, Conrad Kurz, but I still can't find him. I don't know where he's gone. His base is up there, but I don't know where he is. It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know where he's gone. I'm trying to think where he might be. Still very high. What the thing? This? That's as it comes. That's no higher than. That's exactly how it comes. There's a base, and then it sits on there. So it's not modelling for advantage. That's intentional. Put Lorgar on the bottom, looking up as he gets his ass whipped. Nope. I'm not even. It's supposed to have a Space Marine on this base here, on this little bit here, but I'm going to fill that hole in. No Space Marines, no dead Space Marines on bases. It's not happening. It's one of the things that I'm not a big fan of. But we can do a really cool plinth for him. And you do have Emperor's Children. You do. Congrats. Hey Tobes, how are you doing? How are you today? The hell I will what? What will I not do? Oh yeah, Shirato. The concept art for the new units in Great Hunger also look gross. Can't wait for Tabletop Titans and Creature Caster reveal stream sometime next month. Creature Caster reveal stream? Creature Caster are doing Trench Crusade sculpts? Oh, a Creature Caster doing the sculpts for the Great Hunger. Oh, that's cool. Can I DM your address? I shall do, yes. You said you were putting Lorgar on his base. Oh, right, no I didn't. No I didn't. Creature Caster, perfect for Trench Crusade. They are, yes. And Besterium miniatures on my mini factory. They should be doing some as well, really. I'm sure they will. Yes, I've got a load of Trench Crusade models to wash and cure, actually. So yeah, this is the plan and the idea. So I'm going to kind of keep chipping away at this a little bit. This is a problem with creating these bases unless you've got like a burr, and I have got some burrs. It's just that they're all quite small and old, so they're a little bit blunt. So you have to kind of just chip away with a pair of pliers, really. I drilled some holes down there and then kind of snapped off the little bits in the middle. Got a painting story. Nice. What painting story? I like the Mamluk Faris Creature Caster unveil, but no full-on feeder. I mean, I am sticking to the Wargames crew STLs I bought. Wait, what? Am I going to have to go and have a look at some of the Great Hunger lore and artwork? What's the lore behind them? What's the idea behind the Great Hunger? What is the idea? Yeah, what's the painting story? Yeah, we're going to... there we go, let's get all of this out of the way. So, yeah, here's some of the bases that I'm slowly making for the Mordathan. So these are all kind of sculpted rocks, which should look really nice. They end up looking like this. So that's the sculpting. That's the sculpting I was doing, and then it all gets painted up, and it looks, well, I think it looks kind of cool like that. Once it's all kind of painted up and it matches the rest, and that's what we're going to try and do with. That's what we're going to try and do with Corax's base as well, and also Katie's next. Katie's next. I've filled that out a little bit because I didn't want to just like plump loads of putty on there. It was a bit of a waste of putty, so I've put some foam on, and then we're going to sculpt around the foam. That's the idea. Okay, so I had to put my 40k DA to the side as I had a barrel drill go bad and had to apply some green stuff. As I was painting the model, a bit of green stuff was off, so took a knife to it and caused the puttied area to come off, so quickly glued it back.
Probability
and
factor
moved to the 30k
of 1 to 1.
Marines.
We
It's
have
a teeny.
normality. I repeat, we have normality. Anything you still can't cope with is therefore your own problem.
Mamluk Ferris is the original new Antioch Iron Sultanate mercenary. Creature Caster unveiled they will be doing more than just the Great Hunger stuff by showing us the Mamluk Ferris. Oh, right. Oh! Oh dear. Excuse me. Excuse me, Teeny Tiny, how are you? How are you, Teeny? Teeny Tiny. Oh, I didn't make myself a cup of tea. I haven't got a cup of tea. So yeah, here's Katie's next. I've got
Bless
to...
you.
Oh, thank you for the bless you. Thank you for that. Thank you for the resub. Teeny Tiny, you're amazing. That's really appreciated. Thank you. When working on 130k and was at the glazing stage and found out he had the wrong leg. No! Oh no. What, so you'd built the 30k Marines and you'd put a 40k leg on or something? And it's a Manaringo. How are you doing, Manaringo? So, yeah, here's Katie's next. So we're gonna sculpt a little bit of a base for him. And then I'm also just chipping away. There's the other Praetor. I don't know which one I like. I kind of want to get another one of these and turn him into a Praetor because he's got all the Raven Guard insignia on him. So I think that would be quite cool. The only thing is I don't quite know how to change him. Like, do you just change the hands and give him lightning claws? I mean, that lightning claw would look quite cool coming down there. But other than that, there's not a lot of room to kind of tweak and convert him, so he might just have to stay. He might just have to stay. Oh dear, sniffles now. Doing good. Pleased for Captain Mannering's his interview. Yes, yes. Fantastic, Manneringo. I've had a bad habit of blind building, so I was not doing a good job of dry fitting when I'm. Oh no. The new assault Terminators. Going to build a full Terminator list with Dreadnought for my White Scores. Alfredo, that sounds amazing. I am painting those as red deliverers for my Raven Guard. I think that would look really, 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 really cool. So yeah, that would be fab. Yeah, once we've chipped all this away, because I need to kind of really, really knock all this out. I just want that like just to be falling away down here somewhere. I don't really want to go much lower than this, but I need to kind of dig all this out. Then we're going to glue that on there, glue the pipe in, and then putty everything around it and kind of fill it up a little bit. I'm worried the Terminator box is going to be a decent price and have to buy it. Yeah, I don't know. I've no idea. Is it going to be a FOMO box? Do you think? Do you think they'll do like a FOMO box and do? Because they need. I don't think they will. I think they'll just release them as. I think they'll just release them as a as a box. I don't think it'll be a FOMO box, because if it's a FOMO box, something else has to be in there, right? So they'd have to do like Terminator Captain and a Land Raider or something, or I don't know. What goes with Terminators? Just like 20 Terminators and a Terminator Captain or something. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like a FOMO box unless there's like a new Space Marine Codex or something. It doesn't feel like a FOMO box type thing. But let me know. The Banner Terminator is in there. The Banner Terminator is cool. Yeah, the Banner Terminator is cool. I'm just going to drill out some more of this. But yeah, I do like I think the Terminators are cool. So if you can see here, I put the base on the plinth and then painted round it, so you can just see here the outline of where I kind of need to drill, which is quite cool. Chaplain banner, Chaplain. Oh yeah, okay. So Chaplain, because there is a Terminator Chaplain, isn't there? Terminator Chaplain, Terminator Captain, and then 2 boxes worth of Terminators. Yeah, maybe. I'm just going to mute so I can blow my nose. 1 second. I know that's really gross. There we go. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. It looks very similar to the Spearhead Assault box that was limited numbers when they came out with the Jump Pack Intercessors. Oh, they did the Jump Pack Intercessors, didn't they? Yeah, maybe it is then. I think it's 3 boxes of Terminators. You think it's going to be 3 boxes of Terminators? What, so 30 Terminators, a Chaplain and a Captain and a Banner Bearer? 1 normal, 2 Assault. Oh, I think they're going to be... They're multi-build. They're 100% a multi-build kit.
Yeah, but we can
Oh,
always
it's just
build more
15.
killbots.
Groups of 5. So 15 Terminators. It's definitely a multi-build kit, right? Definitely. Emperor's Children Army went from 2000 to 2010. No! That third Cacophonist that I painted for you, just take him out again. It says 21 models on the box pick. Hey, wait, hang on. Is there actually a FOMO box? Wait. Have they actually said something about a FOMO box? Ah, the Crux Terminatus Battle Force. I didn't scroll down enough, did I? Yeah, I didn't scroll down enough. Have I got Raven Guard? Yes! I've got Raven Guard! Yes! Yes! They've actually put Raven Guard transfers in there. Fantastic. They're going to look so good in red. Counting the homers as a mini. Oh, are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21. So it's actually 18. No Blood Angels transferred for Assault Terminators. Are there no Blood Angels? What? That's got to mean there's a Blood Angel 1 coming, surely. Surely that means there's a Blood Angel 1 coming. Surely. Oh, I really want that. That's going to be amazing. 21 miniatures. Fucking Homer. Oh, that's so badass. That's so badass. This is excellent because I've still got an unbuilt box of 5 because I built 5, and then I got an unbuilt box. I've got an unbuilt box of 5, so I can use those to put the additional storm shields on. Because you get both, right? Five regular Terminators. Oh, you get regular ones. Oh, okay. So you get 10 of the Assault, so you could build... Hopefully you can do 10 all with Lightning Claws. Oh, okay. We'll see. Hang on, I need to put music on. Guys, you're letting me off the hook today. I've not had music on. I need to get music on. There we go. There we go. Let's get some music on. Yeah, I think that's... They look so good with the Lightning Claws. This guy looks phenomenal. That guy just looks brilliant. He looks pretty cool as well, to be fair. Now, question. Purples. Head or helmet?
I told you about the music earlier, damn it. Fuck.
Yeah, but you didn't shout at me, did you, Olivia? You weren't like, Christopher, put the music on. Christopher, put the music on. Did you, Olivia? Did you, Olivia? You could do 10 Lightning Claws and 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shields. Yeah, that's the idea. That's my idea. Is that if a box of 5 Terminators allows you to build them with 5 Lightning Claws or 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shield, then if you get 10, you can do 10 as Lightning Claws, and then use the Thunderhammer Storm Shields that you've got spare to put on the normal regular Terminators. That's my plan. Where is my skull crops? I am disappointed. There was a question earlier. Axel, just a random question, but should you show some of your Drakari? Should I or could I? I certainly can. There's Lilith. There's Lilith that we're slowly painting up. She obviously hasn't got a head at the moment. So that's Lilith. We've got the converted Archon here. There's a converted Archon. So now I'm not the only person with a Soul Trap, because the Soul Trap is out on the new Archon. So this is the old 2000 and... Maybe it's just 2000? 2000, 2001, somewhere around there. It's the old Finecast Archon. And then I've also got my other Archon, who's very dusty. Look at that, he's got cobwebs all over him. That's my other Archon. Who's really quite cool. So glad they replaced the static Archon. Yeah. OG Terminator captains had a skull on their crotch. I'm getting that box, converting the captain into a Tech Marine. Terminator Tech Marine sounds awesome, actually. I just stripped, yesterday, I stripped the Fallen Dark Angel Terminator captain that I did on YouTube. So I converted and painted him on YouTube. I stripped him and finished stripping him yesterday, so he can be ready to be a deliverer captain. Yeah, that's my... I like that guy. He's really, really cool. He's really cool. So that's my Archon. That's my Archon. And then I've got a female Archon as well, which I've built. I can't remember where she is. I think she's up in the loft. And then there's Lilith. I've converted Lilith. Lilith now has her spear as well as her blade, so she's all converted up. That took a while to finish off, but yeah, there we go. I'll put those out of the way, and I'll put Fly Dude back in the little display things. Captain Mannerings, I think they will eventually, but it's an extra release thing. Will they give back the Dark Angels their Apothecary Terminators? Probably not. I think they probably will at some point. Do I still have the Scorpions Banshees? I do, yeah, of course I do. They're up in the loft though. Same with the Dark Reapers. So I've got Drakari and Dark Eldari are my two things. So if I ever did, the idea was that it makes the Eldar quite interesting. And also if I ever did Ynnari, they would sort of kind of match. That was the idea. I'm trying not to press too hard with this because it's only a little USB. Well, it's a WoW stick. It's a little USB drill, so I don't want to like put too much stress on the motor. Probably needs charging about now anyway. It's not been charged for about a year because all I do is drill. Hey!
Get a Dremel, you goof.
No, this is really good. This is really good. I have a Dremel, but this is absolutely fine for drilling barrels and everything. And I'm just drilling this. Just drilling this so I can snap it all out. I've got a Dremel downstairs. You don't want me to use a Dremel on stream. Yee! All those people who are terrified of the dentist.
Start wearing
Yay!
purple,
Squeezel! How you doing, Squeezy? How is the Squeezy man? I was planning to do similar, have a traditional Drakari army with a new Malice model. I was thinking of doing Incubi Scorpions and Witch Banshees like you do and paint them in the scheme. Yes, yes, that would be absolutely perfect. I really want to do Howling Banshees as well. But I didn't get sent the Howling Banshees. Games Workshop didn't send me the Howling Banshees, and I haven't managed to pick them up yet. Because they did. What did they send me? Oh, they sent me Lycus, didn't they? I painted up Lycus for that article. So yeah, I'm just trying to dig out. Just trying to dig this out so it's got a little bit of kind of depth to it. Preparing for a long drive over the next couple of weeks. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going, Chris? What do you think about kit bashing old Terminators for 30k? The last plastic version of the Indomitus Terminators. Any suggestions on what to do make them epic other than removing Crux Terminatus? I think it's just the paint job, to be honest. I think it's just the paint job. Remove the crux and paint job it up. I think they'd be fine. Yeah, the new one's definitely too big. The new ones would be too big in scale. That's an important thing to point out. Not too big in size. Like if the scale was finer, if they had finer, smaller details on them, you'd probably be able to get away with the scale of them because Saturnine are so big. But because the scale of them, everything's just like bumped up. It's just been scaled up rather than them being made bigger but kept the same scale of stuff. I don't think it would work, but the old ones, yeah, definitely. I think you could just drop those in. I think that's a thing that that's done as well in with Horus Heresy players, because there's a data sheet for them, isn't there? Indomitus Terminators. It's just that they weren't used very much in the Heresy because the Cataphracti had better armour and the Tartarus were faster, so the Indomitus were kind of like the ugly stepsister of Terminators. Driving to Wisconsin and back to Texas, scouting a place to move to. Oh, fantastic, dude. Fantastic, mate. Sounds great. I need to show you this. So, if you go on my Throne list, if you do ! Throne, there is the second Tactica book on there. But, and I thought I'd better get this, really. I'd better get this. So, I got the Isfahan 5 Drop Site Massacre Part 1. Hopefully there's going to be a Part 2. Because there is in here a page on the Raven Guard, because obviously the Raven Guard were at Isfahan 5. So Alfredo's just an ! Throne on YouTube. Could somebody do ! Throne and just copy the link over to YouTube for Alfredo, please? Yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool little book. There you go. Mark 6 Corvus power armor. Cheers, Manaringo. Just copy that and stick it in the YouTube chat. Looking upper mid, going to look at LA Cross, Appleton, Oshkosh and Eau Claire. Wait, is there a place called Oshkosh? There's actually a place called Oshkosh. I thought Oshkosh Bagosh was just a brand name. I didn't realise they'd ripped it out of a place. Squeezle is answering my question, Chris. Oh, where in Wisconsin? Remember to get cheese. Yeah, but the same question, same thing about Oshkosh. Native American names, mate. I've also packed a cutting board and cheese knife. So, yeah. Oh, there's a list as well in here. There's a list of how many... where is it? There's a list of how many... There we go, look at this. Drop Site Massacre. Part of the Betrayal of Isfahan 5, the Horus Heresy. Loyalists, that's all the Loyalist Primarchs that were there. That's all the Traitor Primarchs that were there. And then this is how many were sent. There were 79,000 Raven Guard there. Oh, Squeezle, thank you for the resub, man. Thank you for the resub. And then that's all the 94% of assets were destroyed for the Raven Guard. Unbelievable. Hang on, let me copy that Throne list into... Hang on. Copy. Paste it into there. There we go. That'll go to YouTube. There you go, Alfred. So yeah, it's a really cool little book actually. There's not a lot in it. It is quite small, but it is rather good. Wisconsin is pretty, not as flat as Illinois, and then it's got some missions in here as well. So there's a first wave legendary mission. I know it's not showing up very well on the camera because I'm all zoomed in, but yeah, it's proper cool. You've got 2 extra Obsessionists and 2 few Infractors and Tormentors. You've got 2 extra Obsessionists and 2 few Infractors and Tormentors. Wait, really? Oh! Oh, okay. That makes sense. I thought you meant I assembled 2 extra and 2 few. Went for units of 10 and saved 10 points. Boom. Yeah, I mean if you have you can just use them as whatever. Just swap them in. Nobody's gonna give a crap. No, you did what was to be done. Gotcha. Ah! Yeah, nobody's going to care. It's like that Scourge Darklance conversation we had the other day with the Drakari. Like, nobody knows what a Darklance actually looks like unless you're a Drakari player, so you just use the weapons for whatever you like. Build them as Heat Lancers and Dart Lancers, and then you can just mix and match as you want. I did it so that I had 2 lots, well actually 3 lots of 4 different looking weapons. So I could either say it's dead easy, they've just all got Dart Lancers, or I can say this unit has Dart Lancers, this unit has Melter Lancers, and this unit has Haywire Blasters, or whatever. Sneaky way of doing that. Dart Lancers look like las cannons. No, Eldar las cannons, that is. I mean, they do, but like not really. The Heat Lance also could look like a las cannon as well, and the Haywire Blaster could also look like a las cannon. So yeah, Drakari weaponry is a cool little one to use as an explanation for just of how to kind of build squads. Okay, so still need to drill down there, I think. See if this has got any battery left. Now I do have a charging cable somewhere, and the standing desk, I found out yesterday, has a USB plug in it, which is really cool. So I could charge this from the desk. Go. Right, so how's everybody's day been so far? And has anybody done any hobby that they want to show? Throw it up in Stream Gallery if you would like to. And also a quick shout out to Whiskey as well for using my Element Games link as well, which was really cool. Thank you very much. When are you planning to move, Squeezel? Squeezel, Las Vegas. Avian does whatever an avian does. So that's there like that. Then this is, that's going to push in there like that. And then we'll have a drip that comes and just kind of like gathers in a little bit of a puddle underneath there. Nice and simple. Then this goes together like that. That then goes there like that. That goes and sits there like that, and then we can fill all of this with some extra extra rocks and things, because we've got like a rock face around here, look, so we can do some extra rocks around there and build it up, and then we can have all the rubble falling away down here. O'Malley, how are you doing? Not planning to settle on moving until next spring after this house sells. Ah, so just a little bit of scouting then. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so let's keep chipping away at this actually as well. Because I can. Chip away at this and just make it a bit more interesting. It is one of the benefits of this kind of Forge World sculpting that they did on the Horus Heresy bases, because it's all just like really kind of detailed, scratchy sculpting. It's not all smooth and soft like the 40k ones. You can just kind of attack it and chip it away, and it matches. And then we're going to obviously cover it up with. I'm going to cover a lot of this up with the cement that I've been using on these bases anyway. There we go. And that can sit there like. Right, isn't it there like that? Is it that far around? No, it's there. There it is. No, where is it? There. Oh, it's because I've just cut that away. Yeah, there we go. So technically I need to cut a bit of this away as well. There we go. Did my time in Chicago as a youth, no desire to move to Illinois, where the governor retirement plan is a wing in the state penitentiary. Oh no! Did you time in Chicago? That needs polishing off, got a little bit of super glue there, which is annoying, but never mind, that'll be fine. There we go. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Fantastico. Fantastico. So that sits on there like that. And then this, I'm going to put magnets, drill a magnet into there, probably 2, so that that just kind of snaps into place. Like that when it needs to. There we go. And then we can sculpt up onto that as well. Fantastic. But yeah, check out this guy. Check how much detail he's got. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the raven on his chest. It's insane. I don't know how they sculpted this. It's got so much detail on him. Like, it's so smart. It's so smart. I've spilt a little bit of milliput on there. I put when I was mixing that, I was pushing that down because I've reposed him slightly. I've leant him back a little bit like that rather than leaning forwards, and then I pushed him down with like milliput mix on my thumb. So I had to get a wet brush and just wash that off, which is why it's looking a little bit yellow, which is weird. So that's how he's going to sit. That's how he's going to sit, and then I'm just going to sculpt in loads of rocks around here. It just means it's a bit more vertical, because I'm not going to have the marine lying on the thing there. And then the only question is what to do for the head. Now, interestingly, if you just put a normal Space Marine head on there, 40k. So that's a 40k. This is a 40k. This is a Terminator Captain. The 40k Terminator Captain head. Obviously, it doesn't look like a Raven Guard. Sorry, doesn't look like a Raven Guard head. But it is, however, the right size. It is the right size. It doesn't look small. So I think I'm just going to go through and I'm going to find a Space Marine head and then sculpt some longer hair on it. Because that's alright, isn't it? That looks pretty cool. Rather than the really, really bad. The only thing about the actual head that comes with Core of Corax is that it's got all this kind of really fine, like sculpting with a needle kind of detail on it. But once it's all painted, you won't notice, and you can kind of paint some really fine details on the head anyway and disguise it. So I think we just find a Space Marine head. Find a cool Space Marine head, sculpt some hair on it so that it's kind of flowing down. I don't want it flowing up. But I will have it flowing like down here. I think that'll be fine. What do you think? That'll work all right, won't it? So that's actually really good, actually, because all the heads for the Primarchs are all, apart from maybe the Lion and Vulcan, I think they're all pretty poor in terms of the sculpt and the shape and like everything. Like if you think of Sanguinius's head and everything, so if you can just find a 40k Space Marine head, it does fit, and the scale that doesn't look out of place. That scale doesn't look out of place. Hey KY, how are you doing? I've just got to find one that actually has ears rather than the. Although do any of them have ears? Actually, that's a good point. Do they all have like that half helmet thing? It's an interesting one, actually. But yeah, I don't think it's all that bad. You think so? What? They've all got the half helmet? Damn it. Damn it. Well, there goes that cunning plan. Maybe we'll just have to, if I can. I mean, this side maybe not so much as a problem, but this side, if I can shave off, if I shave off a little bit of that ear headphone thing, I can have the hair covering that bit, and have the hair coming down here. Either way, don't think it's too bad. And then we can make the hair really fine, because we can pull the hair with a needle and get the really, really nice detail on it. To be fair, I don't think that head's actually that far off. I think that head's pretty good. I think that head's actually pretty good. But yeah, I'll definitely go through all the heads I've got. Try loads of them. I want one with some hair that I can easily kind of sculpt on top of. Lion doesn't. Oh, is the lion not very good? But the thing with the lion is that he comes with a helmet as well, so you can just like not put the helmet, not put the head on, and just put the helmet on. Oh, as in looking for. Oh yeah, but the lion's got a massive beard. That lion? You mean the 40k lion? Yeah, he's got a massive beard. I can't put a massive beard on Korax. And interestingly, that's KD's Nexus head, so you can tell the size difference or the scale difference. Like if I put this head in there, it would look absolutely tiny in comparison, whereas the kind of the 40k Space Marine heads sort of fit. So there's KD's little head. It looks pretty cool. He looks awesome. I love this guy. I think he's fantastic. So, having said that, let's sculpt a little bit of his base. So, sculpting tools for sculpting rocks, dead easy. Use a rock. So I've got a bit of slate. I try and find little bits of slate which I've got cut off that have interesting kind of cutouts and stuff in them, like this bit here. And then you can just shape the putty as we kind of glue it on, stick it on. Fafnir, yeah, Fafnir's got a beard as well, hasn't he? So there are some then, anyway. Titus might work. Let's have a look at Titus. Where's Titus? 40k. Space Marines. Ultramarines. He is an Ultramarine, isn't he? Has he got it? I've got this one. No, he hasn't. Didn't look like he had. I have him in a box somewhere. Where's Titus? Fucking stupid website. It's got no order at all on how it's all. Titus isn't even there. What? Not even on there. Where's Heroes? Oh, you can't even. Stupid website. I get cross with this website every single time I log on it. Let's have a look at Lazarus. Has Lazarus got them? Lazarus hasn't. There we go. Lazarus. So I need to find Lazarus's head. Need to find Lazarus's head because that's pretty good. That would work, wouldn't it? Although I suppose he's got two studs on his. He's got two studs over his eyes, which weren't around in the Heresy, were they? So there are plenty that have ears. Probably. Yeah, he's got ears, look. Yeah, there are plenty that have ears. Wolfguard Battle Leader. How many characters in Warhammer 40,000 have ears? Oh, it's Artemis. Has Artemis got ears? There we go. Oh no, he's got a bloody stud as well. There's a Terminator Captain. I'll have some anyway. There'll be some. I've got some spare, I'm sure. I mean, the other thing is just get the. I wonder what the Raven Guard spare head's like. What's the Raven Guard accessory sprue head? No, they're all crap. Yeah, let's have the grumpy one with the. Yeah, that's shit. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of that. Let's sculpt a base. Let's sculpt a base. Yeah, they're looking really good. We did all the eyes yesterday, remember? So they've all got glowy eyes now as well. So they're all looking great. We need some. Need some milliput. Right, before I do the milliput, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea because I'm out of tea. I think that looks really good though. I think that does work. That's really cool. I just have to find an appropriate head. That's awesome. Right, I'm going to go quickly make a cup of tea, and then when I get back, we're going to get the milliput out, and we're going to sculpt a little tactical rock for KD's next to stand on, because he needs some height, right? He needs some height. We've been doing them been sculpting these rocks for the, where are they? For the, what do I call it? It's not that one. It's not the one that fits it. Is that the one that fits it? No, that's not the one that fits it. There we go. That one. So I've been sculpting these little rocks for the Mordethan conversions I'm doing. So been reposing all these legs. So that's that one there. I need to do some really good ones for the kneeling down ones. So the kneeling down ones will be really cool. And then we'll have to sort out the sniper rifles, which will be really, really good fun. Looking forward to doing that. Right, 2 seconds everybody. I'm going to go make a cup of tea. So... there we go. Go make a cuppa and I'll be right back. Okay. Hey Pixel, how you doing? How are you doing? Okay. Oh, let's get that light in the way. Okay, so Katie's next. I'm going to sculpt some. We get. Oh, there's the charging cable I was looking for as well. Perfect. So I can charge up the WoW stick. Okay. Charge up the WoW stick off the desk. There you go. Fantastic. That's really cool. I like that. Little USB socket on the desk. Super helpful. Yay, Spike! How are you doing, man? How are you doing, man? Look what I got. Look what I've got. Got a Corvus Corax. Absolutely stunning. The detail on that dude is phenomenal. How are you, dude? Okay. So. And we're just sculpting some rocks for the base of KD's necks as well. Do you want better? I have Lucius. Have you got Lucius? Wait, short hair cover, is that legal? No. It's just a head. It's just we were just showing the scale of 40k heads. So we need to find a head that's going to work, and then I'm going to sculpt some long hair on him. But I think you'll all agree that we need to change his head. And you do have Lucius. Lucius is pretty cool, right? I painted him, you should know I have. That's very true. I think he looks really cool. I like Lucius. I think he looks good. Okay. So I might have to go and wash my fingers after mixing this. It's pretty cool for not being a Skaven. He is pretty cool, isn't he? He is pretty cool. We've also got Katie's, who's here, so that's what we're sculpting a base for. I used some foam. I was like, there's no point wasting loads of putty to kind of build up a rock. So I've got some foam on there just to kind of build up the bulk. In fact, what we might do, if he's going to stand there like that, we might pull a little bit of this out. Let's pull a little bit of this out in the middle, like that. Where does he sit? Yeah, so we can still pull that bit off. A little bit down there. There we go, and then we can sculpt. And we can sculpt around that. Lucius the Eternal Asshole looks amazing. Is he sat on your shelf? Should have sent you a plinth for him as well. I should have bought a plinth so that when you're not playing with him, he can sit on a plinth. I've got a load of plinths that I need to order as well, don't I? I need to get those ones for Inquisitor, for the Inquisitor models that I've got. So I need to get cracking on those. Yeah, maybe when Twitch pays me this month, I'll be able to put a little bit aside and grab some of the plinths. I think that'll be quite cool. And then I've still got Conrad. I need to find Conrad Kurz. I'm going to go through all the boxes and everything that I've got and find Conrad Kurz. I don't know where he is. But I started cutting him up so I could repose him. Or I was going to start cutting him up. I don't think I'd actually started. But I need to find him somewhere. I don't know where he's gone. Wonder if he's in the Chaos box rather than the Night Lord's box. That might be where he is. Maybe he's in the Chaos box rather than the Night Lord's box. There you go. If you rub it between your hands as well, it warms it up, so it's even more kind of malleable. And then all we're going to do is we're going to push this in thin layers all over this, and then sculpt it with bits of slate. You need to add a cabinet. For now he's in the army in the carry case, but once I've done magnetising and basing, Lucius will go in the display cabinet. That's so cool. I'm excited. Alright, and then we need a long strip to go around the back here, like that. And then a little bit on the front. It doesn't stick to foam. Well, basically it sticks to my finger more than it sticks to the foam. So we'll have to sort that out with. Okay. Sort this out with a silicone shaper. Sticking to the silicone shaper. I really thought it would. I really thought it would stick to the foam. Interesting. Oh no, this isn't working as well as I thought. Not even as close. Not even close to how I thought. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. What size cabinet are you going to add? Look, no purples! Come back soon and talk to me, perps. Let me talk to you. Okay, I think it's working now. You got a meeting, perps? Would foil or cork work better than the foam? Probably. Yeah. I was looking for some. I was looking for some cork. I was going to use cork. And then I couldn't find. I thought I had like a tiny little bit left, because I bought a load of it back when, like 6 years ago, when I used to do cork basing, until I realised that cork looks shit and you have to cover it up. So I stopped using it, and I think I threw it away. But I should have kept it for things like this, because it would have been perfect for. Because I wanted a light. That was the idea. I wanted a bit of light, something that I could build on top of and not waste loads of milliput. Because you don't want to just like put a massive. I mean, look how big that bit of milliput would have had to have been. It's half the roll. So we don't want to do that. It's kind of working now. Yeah, I think foil. If you're doing this you're doing this for yourselves at home, definitely use cork or foil. Foil's really good actually, because foil you can, the kind of like a little bit of leftover foil you can then kind of scrunch up and then texture it as well. So texture, foil texture looks very much like rock. What we're going to do is we're going to use slate. Hopefully anyway. Might have to let it cure a fraction. I'm trying to kind of pat it down because we want lots of fine marks on this. So that it matches all the other kind of Horus Heresy rocks, because there aren't any kind of big plastic rocks in Horus Heresy, particularly on the bases that I'm doing. And then it will match this kind of rock formation. Are you proud of Manaringo, Teeny Tiny? Did he nail his interview? Was his interview today? Because I know he had like a prelim thing he was talking about yesterday. Yes, this is fine now. Don't know why it wasn't sticking to start with. Today he did so good. Fantastic. What a ledge. We love Manaringo. He's awesome. That's cool. That's cool, Teeny. Congrats to Manaringo. We do. Well, you definitely do. Okay. So then, Katie's next should stand there. So we need to pull this out a little bit, like that. Because that's where his foot needs to go. Boom, there we go. And then if we lift this up, and then hopefully what we can do now is texture it with some slate. How's your day going today, Teeny? You got lots of meetings, is it going alright? I need to blow my nose again, fuck's sake. There we go, we're back. No meetings, much annoying brokenness? Brokenness as in things are breaking. Okay. What better way to make putty look like rock than by using rock? currently trying to work out why this year is wonky on a date conversion. Code stuff. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder whether if I wet the slate, whether that will help it with adding the texture. Seems to have done. There you go. This bit here is the only bit that seems to want to pull up. So I'll just tap that down a little bit. Try again. Nope, still wants to pull up. How are your Bretonians coming on, Teeny? Oh, I need to do some Tomb Kings actually. I need to build. I got yesterday, along with Korax, I got 2 Tomb Scorpions. So I need to build 2 Tomb Scorpions. And then, once that's done, you can just push that down slightly, so it's got a bit of a inset. Perfect. And that should be that one. Now we need to extend this one out a little bit. Not at all currently. Okay. So this is one that I've already started. One of those, and then we can use this one to start making a rock for this guy. So I need another base. Let's get that base out of the way. So this one. So that's Katie's next done. This one is one of the kneeling Mordathans. So we need to have that there like that. And then it needs to be somewhat weirdly shaped around that sort of height. And we can add to it. I'm just trying to make a shape to start it. Go. It's actually pretty good. So we can push in there. It's not very rock orientated. Try and get it on this side here. Like that. Should be a bit more like a rock. So we need some texture for the top, so we can grab this one and use that for the texture on the top. Which doesn't need to be much, I don't think. Shape of it on the top. Oh, that would be quite cool to have that shape. That's a little bit too good, isn't it, that? That's a little bit too good of a fit. Let's see if we can make it a little bit worse. There we go. So now we can just add the layers. Add the layers with this little bit. So a nice thin. So again, this is just like a slither. If you hit slate on its edge like that and hit it with a hammer, it'll slither off, and you'll get like little small little bits coming out. Stay on target, but which target? Hey, how you doing, Manaringo? I have my Night Lords to work on, but obviously in working on finding Batwing parts. Started working on kit bashing some Black Knights and Hex Wraiths from leftover bits. Oh wow, nice. Yeah, I've got some Night Lords plans after the Raven Guard, because the Raven Guard are really simple. And I think it's quite cool to simple in terms of the hobbying part, like the building part. And then the Night Lords, so that's really perfect, isn't it? So that can go down there like that. And then I just want, I'm going to have a little rock. I'll probably just put like a mound of, mound of things on it. Yo, Manaringo! I'm back. Sorry, Andy Davo was just round. Andy Davo. He came around to pick up some snotlings that I painted for him. I shall name it Doing a Crit. What, getting distracted by working on the Night Lords? Right, so... yeah, that's fantastic. I think I still need to just squash it a fraction. There we go. I mean, I don't get that distracted. I don't get that distracted. Look at all the Raven Guards I've done. I've got a whole army. I'm not distracted on the Raven Guard. I'm loving it. They're fantastic. Yeah, to be fair, I'm really enjoying them. I don't quite know why. I don't quite know why I'm really enjoying the Raven Guard. It's bizarre. There we go. Yeah, you can do exclamation mark camera. If the camera dies, just do exclamation mark camera and let me know. Or exclamation mark battery, sorry, not exclamation mark camera. Exclamation mark camera will tell me what camera I'm using. There we go. Right. Yeah, exclamation mark battery plays the Battery Aziz. He's gorgeous, isn't he? I need to, that's slightly bent, so I just need to drop that in some hot water and straighten that. I don't quite know why that one's come out slightly wonky, but it must have come out of the mould a little bit hot. So that's that. Yeah, that rock looks really good actually. I quite like that. I think that looks really cool. And then all the stuff down at the bottom here, that'll all get. We can build that up with some cement as well. Same around the bottom. Just make sure all that's kind of tucked in. Then we can run some glue around there and then drop some cement on the bottom. There we go. And this bit up on there. Still need to try and keep that wet so it doesn't stick. There we go, that's better. Right. So we got that one done. We got that one done. We've extended that one, done that one. What's that one? Don't know what that one was for. That one's for another one, obviously. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Why do I keep sneezing today? Mute the mic just in case I sneeze, and then nope, not gonna sneeze, so it's fine. Dear. Okay, so yeah, I filled in that bit there, and then cut a section off the peg so that it leans him back, because he was very kind of leany forward, and I didn't think that looked great. So he's going to come down like that, bang, and land on this, and I'll sculpt in some more like things that are kind of blowing out. So that just makes him like a little bit more vertical for when he's shooting. I don't know whether to actually have him shoot or whether to swap his hand and have a whip, because he's got whip as well, hasn't he? Do Dead Space Marines sneeze? Do Space Marines sneeze? I don't know. I would imagine so. Yeah, I don't know whether to put a whip to swap him and have a whip, because I can. He's got another pouch that comes on the back, so I can holster his pistol around this side and then just give him a whip. I can't remember what his whip is called. Talonis? I think it's Talonis. But yeah, I could use a whip. I mean, I've got one down here. I don't know whether it's the right scale. This is just a bag that I saw the other day. of some whips that somebody sent me, which was very kind of them, for other things. I think it was when I was doing some Drukhari. So I do have a whip, which might look quite cool. It needs to be longer, obviously, so I probably need to get another. Whip, cut it like here, and then add that back in, lengthen it or something. Imagine sneezing up on World Eaters and being, hey, wait, I sneeze. Imagine sneezing on Death Guard. That's the way you go. Imagine sneezing on Death Guard. So yeah, what do you think? Should I do a whip? Imagine sneezing on Death Guard. Imagine sneezing on Word Bearers. Oh my god, you're possessed! Hail! Yeah, you'd have to get like that section there and cut that off and just keep lengthening that section there to make it go kind of like all the way around. Personally not a fan of whip, that whip in particular even less so. What, so this whip in particular or Talonis? Not a fan of whips. It's just because it's a different piece of war gear, right? Because he's got 4 pieces of war gear. He's got his two pistols. Well, 5 pieces of war gear technically. He's got his 2 pistols. He's got his 2 lightning claws. His two talons, and then he's got his whip as well. Well, he's got his talons. He's got a pistol, but everybody's has a pistol. And I was just thinking I could give him a whip. The whip in particular, I find the bend weird. Oh, I quite like that. I quite like that just before it cracks, because it's just before this kind of follows through, isn't it? I quite like the bend on that. Yeah, I quite like the bend on that. I have to see how it fits the motion. The trouble with this is trying to make it longer. I suppose I could see if there's a 3D print of a whip, or use a bit of string. Could use a bit of string with glue all over it to rigidify it. That might be interesting. Yeah, I wonder. We'll have to find out. I'll have to do a little bit of reading on his whip and find out what his whip is all about. That rock looks fantastic. I love that rock. That's brilliant. I'm enjoying doing the sculpting on the rocks as well. Oh my word! Or wire. That's a great call. I could just twist some wire up, couldn't I? Just twist some copper wire, really thin copper wire, twist some copper wire up and then have it. That's a great plan. Pixel, that's a great plan. You might hate whips, but that's a great plan. I'm going to do that. I'm going to find some wire, solder the end, twist it. Because then you'll get then you'll get the detail that's in like the. Yes, that would be really cool. Because then like I say, you'll get the detail that they put into the Primarch sculpts. Give me a second. I've got to play my nose again. This is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. That didn't mute, I'm very sorry. I clicked the wrong button. I clicked the properties button rather than the mute button. So you just heard me blow my nose, I'm very sorry. Headphone users, I apologise profusely. Yes, yes. Okay, so I need some wire. Wonder what the thinnest. I mean, I've got loads of electrical wire, obviously. Oh, that would be really cool. Yeah, just solder one end and then twist it, and then you could solder the other end so it stays twisted, and then glue something onto the end like a raven's claw or something on the end. That would be really cool. Okay. Right, let's get this back. Let's bring this back. So we need to attack. Just need to kind of carry on attacking all of this, don't I? Because I don't want this flat. So all the way around here, all the way around that line. And definitely all the way around this line. And there's that line there for this bit. And then you can sand this or file it so you get a nice kind of curve down. And then we can do loads of wire on this base as well, actually. Where this what is this? Resin? Yeah, this is a resin plinth. How are you doing, English? It's a resin plinth from Taro. So he casts the plinths in black resin, so whenever you chip it away it's just black, so you can polish it and it just stays black. Which is brilliant, because then you can chip it away and you don't have to like repaint it or anything. You just polish slash buff the outside of it, so you don't have to worry about painting it. Your mother will not be happy without you wearing a respirator. What? There's no dust. I'm just chipping it away. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I'm just chipping away chunks. That's what I'm doing. But yes, if you are doing this and you are watching me and you want to do it, then wear a respirator, because it needs to be. You need to protect yourself, unlike me, who's never protected himself in his life. The man has too much snot in his. Yeah, I'm sneezing a lot at the moment. I am sneezing a lot at the moment. It's weird. I don't know where that's come from. Sneezy today. So this English is Corvus Corax's base. So we're going to put a pipe. I'm going to put a pipe in there, like that. I'm going to put Corvus's base on there like that. I'm going to fill all that with putty and sculpt some rocks, and then that's going to sit there like that. So that's going to be his plinth. And then when we game, the back of it is going to be magnetised, so I can pull it out and then game with him, and then slide him back in, and he can go back on a plinth, which would be quite nice. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to painting him as well, because he's got so much detail. I was also thinking about improving the hex race by making them more like the Morgul Knights. Oh my god, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. You got side quests. Were you doing a Chris? What did you do? What did you get side quested for, Manaringo? Let's move all this out of the way. So yeah, we've been sculpting some rocks today. English. I've been sculpting some rocks today. So that is a nice tactical rock for KD's necks. So KD's necks can stand on there like that, looking badass. It's a bit of foam which we then sculpted some milliput around. Trying to do all the rocks like a really fine. This is what the rocks end up looking like once they're painted up to match the bases. So they end up looking like this. Lots of kind of detail on there. I'm not quite sure what that line is. I don't know where that line's come from, but actually I don't know where that line's come from. It's weird. Might have to add a little bit of moss or something to that and hide the line. That's very weird. So yeah, all the Horus Heresy ones, I'm trying to sculpt rocks on the bases. I'm going to sneeze again. This is ridiculous. Made sure I clicked the right button that time. Ha ha ha! Sniffles everywhere this time of year. I know it's weird. It's weird, teeny tiny. It's weird. Tactical rocks are obviously the most important rocks. Obviously, yeah. I mean, you can't draw tactical plans without tactical rocks. And that's also why I thought Korax needs the biggest tactical rock in the world, because that's just practical, right? So yeah, I'm going to carry on carving this out off stream, I think, because I need to get the burr in there with the Dremel and just kind of smooth all this out and drill down a little bit and give this a little bit more landscaping, and then smooth all that out with a file. People are gross and we have to frequently interact with people. How rude. How rude? I can't remember what I said now. What was it? What did I say that was rude? I'm sorry. Yum yum yum. Yeah, that will sit in there like that. That will probably just get turned. Maybe not. That will sit in there like that, and then we'll have that dripping down and just create a tiny, tiny, tiny puddle. Tiny puddle. I don't want too much. But yeah, just a tiny puddle there. And then have all this with the cement and everything built up. Germs and bugs are rude. Oh yeah, tell me about it. Germs and bugs, so rude, dude. Alright, I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to move Katie's out of the way, because if I'm not careful I'm going to squash it with my hand and then it's all going to get ruined. That's awesome. Pleased with that. Pleased with that. Right, let's... I know I said I was going to stop, but I'm just going to carry on around here. I've got my thumb over the clippers as well, so the bit that flies up hits my thumb and doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, I can file all this down, that's dead easy. File this bit. Then here, and then the bit at the back is going to be where this sits. So that's going to sit up there, and then we'll put magnets. We'll put magnets in the milliput as I finish sculpting and following that. My finger getting pinched. I don't press it very hard. I mean, there's no pinching in there. It's just covering it. It's not like I'm pressing down or anything. Yeah, but thank you, Manaringo. Yeah, that's a good call. Out of the way again. Yeah, definitely want to drill. Actually, we've been charging that up, haven't we? So this should have a bit more charge in it again. Oh, tape. I was going to say, what a tap. I read tap, and I kind of thought you meant tack, like a thumbtack or something. Yeah, thumbtack. I'm not pushing very hard, so I'm not trying not to put, like I said earlier, try not to put too much pressure and strain on the motor, because it's only a little motor. It's only supposed to be for drilling plastic, but it copes. Copes fine with drilling the resin if you just take it slowly. If you're trying to hack at it and you're pushing really hard, it's going to obviously just blow up. There we go. Unscrew that again. And I'll just put that back on charge again for a little bit. It's really cool, Mannering. I was just saying earlier that the standing desk, or the adjustable desk, or whatever you want to call it, has got like a USB socket in the control panel, so you can just plug USB stuff in there to charge. So you can charge your phone, or you can charge that little wow stick and stuff. I kind of want that one. What's that one that Ninjon uses? I kind of want that one. That one looks excellent. It looks like a step up from this one. I think that would be really cool. I should put that on my throne list actually. Need to find out what that is. Stick it on my throne list. Thought that was a wow stick. This one's a wow stick. The one that Ninjon uses is like a red thing. It's only just, he's only just got it, so I think it's a newer project. The wow stick's been out for years. I had that for my birthday like 2 years ago. Take that off. It's really quite neat. Oh, have you got a wow stick? Nice. Yeah, it is excellent. I was dead impressed with it. I was a bit dubious. But for hobbying stuff, like, yes, you can use a Dremel, but Dremel is for stuff like this, when you hacking away at a bit of resin or something, but just to drill out, to drill holes when you're converting and things in plastic models and resin models and things like that. The wow stick is fantastic. It's scales of tools, right? Like, yes, you could have a Dremel, and a Dremel will do everything, but getting a Dremel out every time you just want to drill a barrel, and also a Dremel really doesn't go slow enough to not melt the plastic, even at its slowest speed, so you have to be really, really careful with it. There we go, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Still need to kind of carry on carving this out. I definitely want to carve this bit out as well. This probably needs to be a little bit lower, because this is where so Korvax is looking this way, so I probably want to take it down here. This bit can stay a little bit higher, but this I think definitely needs to kind of drop away a bit more. I just wound up going full insanity with a quarter HP Fordham Flex Shaft Trial. That thing is a torque monster. You go super slow with a foot controller. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I could go down to the garage and use my milling machine and just like mill it all out. That would be absolute OTT, wouldn't it? Also, Dremels take off very smooth sections, so it doesn't look as natural. Yeah, Dremels are bigger and heavier. Yeah, it's like it's picking the right tool for the right job, right? So until we had things like wow sticks and like little USB pen drill devices, the Dremel was what everybody would use, or like a little hand pin vise, because the Dremel, like you say, it does. If you're not careful, it does melt the plastic when you're drilling a barrel. But now we've got the wow sticks. Use the wow sticks for all the little bits, and then the Dremel for the big bits. And yes, I could be using the Dremel for this, but I don't really want to use it on stream, so I'm making a sacrifice for the stream. And I'll probably go and tidy that up with a Dremel later. Did get the Dremel drill press. Yeah, I have a drill press for my Minicraft. I had a Minicraft drill when I was, well, I bought it actually. When I was about 19, I bought a Minicraft one. The Minicraft drill, that's one of the reasons why I got the wow stick 2 years ago actually, because my Minicraft drill, which I did use to drill everything, and that you could turn really low, so that would go about as slow as the wow stick would. But it was a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier, and you had to plug it in. It had to have like a transformer on the desk. That I used to use that for drilling barrels and everything, and that was pretty good. But that died 2 years ago. The motor in it just died. I mean, I'd had it like 20 years, so did pretty well. And then I got the wow stick. But I had a drill press, and I also had the flexible extension cord, so you could mount it in the drill press and then have the extension cord on it, and then it would just be like a little collet, and it would be this big, and you could just use it on. Be so much easier to use. How many fell blades did I get? I haven't got any. I didn't get any fell blades for the Raven Guard. If I got a fell blade, I would use it for the Night Lord, but I don't think I really want one. The Raven Guard are all going to be. It's going to be pretty much all infantry. Like there's going to be so much infantry for the Raven Guard. I just want loads of it, and I got another box. I got another box today, along with some paints which I needed, and that book which I showed earlier, which is fantastic. Actually, it's really, really cool. So I got another box of 20. So that takes me up to 60 infantry. 60, 30, no, 70. That takes me up to 70 infantry, possibly even 75, because I think I've got 5 more which I haven't built. Shit, yeah, what have I got? 30, 25, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, yeah, so no, that takes me up to 90. That one takes me up to 90, so I've got 90 infantry for the Raven Guard, which I need to build. Obviously a lot of it are the Assault Marines with the jump packs, so I've got 20 of those. I then need to add 10 Dark Furies at least. I might use some of these bodies and put the Dark Fury parts on them, because then we don't have to use the slightly smaller scale Dark Fury bodies, so that would be quite a cool little upgrade. So yeah, I've got 80 or 90 infantry now, and then I've got a Contemptor. Dug out the Contemptor because I had the old resin Contemptor upstairs, so I've dug that out. So I've got a Contemptor which I'm going to paint as a Deliverer's Contemptor. Actually, I'm thinking if I get one of the plastic Contemptors, I can use the resin Contemptor and like half and half it, because it had like sculpted legs, and it had like Raven Guard like sculptings on the legs and everything, so I could use half of those on a plastic one, replace them on the resin one with the plastic legs, and then I could get 2 really good Contemptors with sculpting on them, paint one of them as a Deliverer one, and paint the other one as a Raven Guard one, well, as a Raven Guard colour scheme. The tools I found most useful were the Vortex Mister and the electric toothbrush. The electric toothbrush? Talk to me about the electric toothbrush. What do you use the electric toothbrush for? When you've stripped a model, do you use it for that and clean the model up? Yeah, actually, everybody throw it for stripping minis. Nice. So electric toothbrush just like rotates, oscillates, and is really good for removing the paint. What's everybody's favourite tool, or like hot take of a favourite tool, or like little tool that they've found that nobody else uses? Throw them in Twitch chat. What's everybody's favourite little gem of a tool that they've found or bought? Mine would be my Artis Opus paintbrushes, which you can get at my affiliate link if you do !brush in chat. No, mine. I don't know. I think I really do like the Wow Stick. If I was to say something that I got recently, I would say it's this. This is phenomenal. Game changer in terms of sculpting and filling bits. Like so easy to sculpt with, so easy to manipulate, so easy to mix. It sets in like half an hour, so it doesn't like interrupt what you're trying to do. Phenomenal. I'm going to do a video about it. It's not that unique, but my God Hand. Oh yeah, the God Hands are a little bit good, aren't they? They're a little bit good. Just so much quicker and less strain on the hands when cleaning up minis after their soup bath. Nice! If I had a electric toothbrush, I might try that, but I don't have one. Switching to an actual surgical scalpel. Oh, interesting. Now, I've switched away from surgical scalpels. I've gone back to my craft knives. Interestingly. I like the little curved tweezers I got for Captain Manneries for applying tufts. I've got so many tweezers. It's ridiculous. But yeah, the little curved ones are really good for tufts. I like these ones for tufts as well, because these ones are long, so you can kind of like, if I want to apply it in there, like underneath something, they're quite good for applying and getting in there. Yeah, the God Hands are great. I do like the God Hands. The Wow Stick's great. And then I got this today as well. So this arrived today as well. Tamiya sanding sponge, which is fantastic. So these are really good. I've completely run out with them, but they're on a really kind of tough sponge, so that they kind of deform if you want to, if you're like sanding cloaks and things. So these are really good. This one's 1500 grit. You could probably go 1500 is probably as coarse as I would go for plastic and resin, but I could easily see myself getting a 2000 or a 2500 as well. Cryo, how you doing, dude? Otherwise fairly standard. I like my Redgrass wet palette and painting handle and my AO brushes. Again, it's the right tool for the right job. Yes, and the longer you're in the hobby, the more kind of tools that you find and you get, and because you end up with more jobs. If I say more jobs, more things to do in the hobby that you then kind of find and do and use more things for, right? Yeah, AO brushes, !brush in chat if you want to try some. Same with the Redgrass wet palette that Teeny Tiny said. Do !Redgrass in chat, and you can try some of those as well. Been recently enjoying my sponge holder tool and some Japanese chisels. Oh, have you got a foam throw? Have you got a foam throw sponge, bro? Japanese chisels. Japanese chisels. I've got some Japanese chisels. Not again. The sponge bro. The foam throw. The foam throw. There's a video on YouTube all about the foam throw. At some point, I really need to upgrade my lighting. Yes, this has been like when that light panel died. I was like, oh shit! Like to replace the light panel, because it was a photography light panel. So to replace that was like 150, 200 quid. They are now. It was a cheap one then. Yeah, they've gone up now for the photography light panel. So I literally got one of these Daylight company ones, which is great. Love that Demind one. Not again. Jinx, how are you doing anyway? Glue loopers are also a great tool with CA and a lighter to clean them off. Glue loopers? Talk to me about glue loopers. What are glue loopers? Because I have to keep I have to keep drilling out my glue. This is the super glue I use. It's not it's medium, so it's not really thin. It doesn't just go everywhere when you tip it up. But I have to keep kind of cutting the top off and trimming it and then drilling it back out. There's my throne list. My throne list has just popped up in Twitch chat if you want to go and check out the throne list, if you want to support me in other ways as well. Go and click on that. There's some cool things that we're going to do for Raven Guard in there. There's a Stormbird in there. I thought it would be really, really, really cool to paint a Stormbird, Raven Guard Stormbird on stream. So there's a Stormbird in there. Glue loopers are a photo etch cut insert for a knife handle that has a little notch in the end that holds. Oh, yes. That's really cool. Have you got a link for those, Harumph? Have you got a link for those? I might try them. That would be really cool. The throne list. The throne list. Oh my god. Cryo, I'm changing the command. I'm changing the command to that. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Please go and check my throne list. That's brilliant. There we go, edit. Please go check his throne list. There we go. That's amazing. I'm going to change it on the throne. If you do !throne, it should do it as well. I don't know whether it links. That's fantastic. There it is. Throne list. That's brilliant. Oh dear, I trapped Harumph. Why did I trap Harumph? Oh, there's a link. Oh, trapped him for the link. Oh. Oh, that very clever. The glue looper. Oh wow. $20 though. They're $20. How many do you get? How many do you get, everybody? There you go. There's the link for you. How many do you get in the pack? Low viscosity only. Oh, so the low viscosity is basically thin, like thin. So the low viscosity just means that bit in there will hold a blob. So you get a dozen in a pack, a dozen for $20. Thing is, that's going to cost like $20 just to ship them over to the UK as well. Oh, that's a pain. That's really cool though. I like that. That's really cool. Clever. I may never recover. How are the Ravens going? Oh, Cryo, dude, I'm loving them, mate. I'm loving painting them. They're really, really cool. It might not look like I've put a lot of time and effort into these, but that's had loads of like detail and painting and highlights and everything done on them. They're great. I'm loving it. And I just got today, well, yesterday actually, last night. KD's Next arrived, so there's KD's Next. So he's all here, and we've just spent the first half of the stream doing a base for KD's Next. So that's his cool little tactical rock that he's going to stand on. I'm trying to sculpt all the rocks I need on bases, because then we can put all this kind of fine detail. All this fine detail and everything on the rocks. Like Horus Heresy Sculpt seem to use and have. So that's KD's Nexus ones, and then we're also hacking apart a plinth here as well. So if I just put this in there like that, we're also hacking a plinth apart as well, because we've got Corvus Corax here as well. So we're making a big plinth for him. And yes, he's got a Space Marine head on. That's not the head I'm going to use. Don't worry, that's not the head I'm going to use. That was just to satisfy my curiosity on, does a Primaris sized Space Marine head suit the scale for a Primarch? And the answer is yes. So I need to find a suitable head, preferably with ears rather than the headphone parts from the helmet. And then we're gonna use that head, and then I'm gonna sculpt some long hair coming down. So we're gonna sculpt some long hair coming down here. So that's Corvus Corax. And dude, look how detailed he is. I don't know how they sculpted this. Look at that. I don't know how they sculpted all this. It's insane, dude. All the detail on it is ridiculous. So yeah, he's absolutely gorgeous. Hey Land, how you doing? You might be able to find similar glue tools for less, or just go with the old standby of cutting the eye of a needle in half and putting it in a pin vise. It's a really cool tip, Harumph. That's a really cool tip. Nice subtle battle damage, thank you very much. Some great weathering there, thank you very much. Yeah, so we've got 30 of these up to this point. We've got 30 done to here. We were doing the eyes yesterday on stream, and then now I've got 10 assault marines to build. A friend of mine sent me some. So these ones are Emperor's Children ones, which he'd already started. So I've kind of like taken them apart, and they've only been airbrushed, so there's no paint on them. So I've taken them apart, and then they're going to be the assault ones. And then I've also started converting and reposing some Mark 6 Marines for Mordethin. So we're going to convert these and use some Mordethin. The Mordethin are the Raven Guard. I'll show you this sniper, and you'll know exactly what I mean. They're the Mordethin snipers, the Raven Guard snipers. So we're going to try and convert some of those, which will be really, really cool. 30k right. My Lorgar is like that also. Nice. I bet my old sewing machine needles could work for that. Do it, Teeny Tiny. That's a really, really good idea. I love it. They're so cool. They really are. They already have a channel down the back. Yes. Yes. Almost as sick as the Dark Fury. Yes. Well, we're going to get some Dark Fury as well. So we're going to use some... I'm thinking about... Because I've got 20 of these. So I'm going to build 10, and then the other 10 I might keep the bodies and then use the Dark Fury arms and the backpacks, so that then we've kind of scaled up the Dark Furies as well. So we'll see about that. Every time I watch you I want to paint and play Eve again. two things at once. I love it. Inspiring two things at once. But yeah, Katie's Nex is absolutely gorgeous. It's really, 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 really cool model. And I love how his head just like sinks into his armour as well. I think he's amazing, so he's badass. And also it shows that the Raven Guard in 30k don't have all the kind of emo long hair. They just have it like swept back black kind of thing. So that'll be really cool to see if I can find a head for Corax. And then that's the skin colour, and then they have black eyes, so I've just put a single dot in the eyes, like a highlight dot, which I think works. Yeah, I got to run to the grocery store. They close in 48. Yeah, it's 6:15. I might go and get some food because I'm starving. But it's been really, really cool. Thank you very much, everybody. And then I'm going to carry on kind of hacking away at this, and then hopefully get that mounted on there, so that then I can A little bit of silicon left on that mould. So then I can swap in and out Corax's base, which would be really, really cool. They close in 48. Have a good one there, Cryo. Have a good one. Hope you have a good evening. Yeah, that was really cool. Enjoyed doing that. You as well. Enjoy your noms. I shall do. Yeah, we're gonna have. I'm gonna have some chicken curry tonight. Got some chicken curry in the slow cooker. What's everybody else up to tonight? What are we doing? What are we doing, everybody? What are we doing, everybody? And then also, what do you think? Do you think I should get another Cadiz and turn him into a Praetor? Or do you think I should just use this Praetor? Do you think that Praetor works? Or do you think he's got too much, like... I think he looks a bit too evil, that's all. Like all his armour and everything, I just think it's a bit too... I think it looks a bit too evil. Even with all the like little handing... Oh, maybe it's alright, I don't know. Maybe it's okay. He definitely needs a tactical rock though, doesn't he? I need to give him a larger tactical rock. So he probably needs snapping off his base, putting that tactical rock on top of another tactical rock and putting a tactical rock down here. There we go. So I think we probably need to put him on another tactical rock, don't we? Need to build that up. Because we can't have Cadiz taller. But aren't they a bit evil? Yeah, I suppose. You're making chicken riggies. Oh, nice. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's down to how it's painted, I suppose, isn't it? I don't know. I just thought there was a little bit too much like chainmail and things on him that made him look a bit too. I don't know. I think he'll work. I think he'll work out okay. I think he'll work out all right. I think he'll work out okay. I need to find a backpack for him. I wonder if Cadiz's backpack works for him. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Oh, I know. I could just give him a jump pack. I could just give him a jump pack. That would be cool. Just give him a jump pack. I haven't got a spare jump pack up here actually. But yeah, I was just like comparing it because there's this one as well. That's the other Praetor, and he's just like a little bit cleaner. Yeah, maybe he's fine. Maybe he's fine. Maybe he's fine. I think he's fine. Turn it into cloth. Yeah. It's only really those little bits there. This chainmail. Yeah, maybe I could fill that chainmail. Maybe I could fill that chainmail. Yes or no in chat? Do you think I should fill in that chainmail and turn it into a cloth? Turn it into a cloth loincloth? These ones aren't too bad. The ones up at the top around the The ones up at the top round the... I don't mind those ones too much, I don't think. Although that one seems to start out in the middle of nowhere, doesn't it? That's weird. I think I've missed something there. There's something supposed to be there that I've missed. Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely missing something there. I'll have to find the sprue. I'll find the sprue and see what I've missed. Something's supposed to get there. I don't know. I wonder whether it's another one of those. Because that's a small one, that's a big one. I wonder whether there's an even bigger one that goes there. Cool. Okay. Well, I'll have a look at that. I'll definitely build up the rock so he's on a bit more of a tactical rock. Or maybe even, tell you what I could do. Maybe I could put him on a bit of a one of this. If I did a blue stuff mold of that quickly, and then put that on there as the first bit, and then he can be linked to a little bit to Corax. That would be cool. Let's do that. Okay, so make a blue stuff mold of that. Press that into some milliput. Yeah, that would be cool. Excellent! Oh, I'm excited. Maybe that one. That one would be good, wouldn't it? Excellent. Yeah, I'm dead excited, guys. I'm dead excited. I don't know why. I have no idea why I'm so excited by this project. Anyway, there's Katie's next. We're definitely going to paint this guy on stream. So we'll get him primed. I have drilled out that gun barrel. I haven't drilled out that one. I need to drill that one out. Yeah, we'll definitely paint this guy on stream because he's going to be cool. I need to just fill this gap in the cloak. So we're going to do that with some putty at some point. Right, I'm going to go get some dinner. It's good you found it. I'm really glad I found my Space Marine chapter, Legion, whatever you want to call it. I think seeing them together is really inspiring as well. Right, I'm going to go make some dinner, or at least warm up some naan bread or something. I'll go through all my heads tonight as well and see if I can find a head for Corax. God, he looks good, doesn't he? I can't wait to paint this guy. It's going to be insane. There's so much detail on him though. So much detail on him. It's going to be very interesting to see how we do it. Right, let's see if anybody is on. Is anybody online? Is anybody around? Who should we raid? Zambies is on. Retired is on. Ren's playing Darktide. Let's go Retired. Let's go Retired. Don't get to raid Retired very much. Retired 11B. Right, have a good one, everybody. Mannerings, thank you very much for being awesome. Thank you for the resub. Teeny Tiny, thank you for being awesome as well. Cryo, hope you're having a good time. And I will catch you all tomorrow. We'll do some more Raven Guard undoubtedly. I'll try and get KD's primed so we can start painting him a little bit. I think it'd be quite nice to see how this colour scheme goes on a character model. I think that'll be quite fun. Right. You ain't done shit. You nailed your interview today, dude. Shush. Shush. Shut up. Right, catch you later. Bye.